In round 2, Post rallied for a race win, but now he meets his worst nightmare, a kid. Round 3, next.
You are watching the RRLRC Car Backyard Racing League.
Hello everybody, thank you for joining us for round 3 of the two-wheel drive backyard buggy racing series. I'm Cam Cullen. On today's call, a father and son duo join us today.
So far the track's pretty good. It's our first time here and looking forward to a fun day. Just my son, he's going to be the star today. You'll be seeing him next.
Track seems pretty good, kind of weird in terms of grip. Shout out to my dad and my mom for helping me doing it.
Well, the Banci family picked a hot one today to stop by NR Extreme Speedway, but this track is ready to go. The Mod Live Media A-Main starting grid features the young one, Braeden Banci, on pole. We're ready to go racing from Little Falls. The green flag waves, and it's a clean start for all 5 buggies except George Banci in the back. And Post around the hairpin turn doesn't hit that clean. Another mistake that will drop Post from 2nd to 4th place. It's hard to believe, but it's only me and Post, the only 2 drivers who have ever raced at this track. I finished runner-up in all 3 events last series. Post managed to win all 3 as well. Another story here today, though, as we take a look at the Jack Bonhomme race cam. He's currently in 2nd place. It's your pole sitter, Braeden Banci, out front in the Kyosho RB7. Man, at 12 years old, Braeden is as old as this very backyard RC racing league. That is both incredibly awesome and extremely disturbing. The little fella off to a good start, too. Getting to chat with him pre-race, one of the big things he's working on is his consistency at all of his club tracks. And as a matter of fact, it's the 2nd place racer Jack Bonhomme teaching Braeden a lot about consistency over this past season. Bonhomme driving the TLR 22 3.0 got those mechanical problems, those gremlins out of his car. He's back better than ever today. Well, within reach of Braeden, just waiting for him to make a mistake. But the other developing story has to be the returners from last series, now battling for 3rd place. A nice overtake by Post. We'll take a second look at that one. That back left section is new as of this series. A lot of cruddy dirt was put back there, so a lot of bumps that led to Post overtaking me for 3rd. But us returners are nowhere near the race leaders, shooting ourselves in the foot like Plaxico Burris.
I would have preferred the double Ds. I can't push these. Good steering, but can't have no forward drive.
To clarify for those watching at home, he's referencing the J Concepts Double D tire. Nothing more than that. Track conditions are a bit suspect today. This is the first hot weather that we've had for a backyard race on a track that we actually get to water. It's been a weird day for tire combinations, but Braeden seems to get it right, and Post seems to have found his pace until now. A mistake as soon as he was on the back bumper of Bonhomme. The 2-team associated's performance is not where it needs to be, as Braeden has barely put a tire wrong. He's about to overtake his father, George, as he lets him go to see his son try to take home the bacon. Here at NR, it's feast or famine. When you have a good day, it's a great day, and when it's a bad day, you go home pretty upset about it. George Banci makes a mistake over the tabletop. He's not the only one today. Let's hear from Braeden in front.
You get too close to the pipe, you can't see the car.
Braeden referencing the blind spot in the back section around the tree. Meanwhile, Post beat himself. I overtook him for 3rd.
Nice and easy, Braeden. Bring it home.
Always good to hear reassurance from a track marshal like Don Greenwood Jr., especially when you're out front setting fast laps like Braeden. I mean, what's going on here? Who is this kid? You're going to want to subscribe to figure out more about Braeden as this series develops, along with the rest of this backyard racing crew. We're more than halfway done here in a battle for 3rd. It's Post around the bend until now.
Oh my God.
Frustration really starting to set in for Post B6.3D. Oh, and I clipped a rock around the final turn. Now not a lot of separation for that third place position. It's George Banci, whose lap traffic he tries to pull it over. Oh, and I collide with Post, a big pileup. The tabletop is wreaking havoc. Post gets the better part of that Marshall. This is just ugly. Yeah, there's no other way to say it. This one is disgusting. Looks like a duck was shot out of midair and collided at the end. Braeden Banci makes the pass on me for the extra lap lead. That is flat out embarrassing. He is kicking my butt. I take pride in trying to practice and prep this track. He's been here for literally minutes.
Bugs flying around my face now. Sabotage.
Yeah, the bugs are throwing this race. Oh, I make a mistake in turn 2, and Bonhomme makes a crafty move to get by.
Ooh, that was close.
Some really bad and really good racing on display this afternoon as we approach the last-minute marker. Banci has a really healthy lead over Bonhomme, about 6 seconds or so. Oh, until now, the Marshall hustles to get Banci. Bonhamme's gonna make up a lot of time. The battle for first place is on. Let's take a look at exactly how Braeden made that bobble over the tabletop turn. He had an issue there earlier this afternoon, but this one seemed to cost him, and he took out my GoPro. Instantly money out of his allowance. This last minute is brought to you by Mon Live Media. Go to all the links in the description to learn more about the good work they're doing over there, but we have a great race on hands, folks. It's the battle of racing styles. Jack Bonhomme, aka Captain Consistency, versus Braeden Banci, an aggressive racer. You see him digging those tires through the turns. He really puts his Kyosho wherever he wants. Once again, Braeden really seems to be taking in those consistent notes, though, from one of his mentors in Bonhomme. Really doesn't seem disturbed by Bonhomme on his bumper, while Bonhamme's actually trying to overcome a 6-second interval over these last 4 laps. It's going to be one more lap till the finish line. The fans are on their feet. Over the tabletop one last time, he gets it clean. This is going to be Braeden's race. Oh, as he avoids catastrophe, I nearly jinxed it. The little engine that could, that's his new nickname. Braeden Banci, your A-main winner. What a shock. He might not know long division, but he is bad fast with an RC car. Banci with the wire-to-wire victory.
This dirt is very different from what I usually drive on. It was a lot of just tire and just learning the right driving line and driving style. Because on something like this, with all the tight hairpins and tight corners, you need to be able to slide it a bit more, which is what I usually do. For me, the car that I won with, I got it, and literally the setup that it had was perfect. My first RC car was a rear-wheel drive car, so I learned how to drive on a 2-wheel drive car. Most of the time these days, kids just get like a 4-wheel drive Slash or something. Starting with a race buggy that was already set up pretty well, and having it be rear-wheel drive makes it easy.
For a 12-year-old, he sure does know about his racing program. All it takes is one decent weekend to shoot up the order. That's what Braeden just did. If these other competitors ever show back up, they're gonna be in for a rude surprise because the Banci family means business. We thank you for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. I'm Cam Cullen. We'll see you next time.